We are at the end of our game now, and we want to go through the steps to finish off your score sheet. And as a person who compiles most of the sheets for tournaments, I find that this is what is not completed by a lot of people. So that leaves a whole lot of math and work for the person who is filling out the post-game reports. So on the sheet, now I do the kind of a little more one step further of adding each person's score individually for that quarter at the end of each quarter. So we had 8 at the beginning of the first quarter, and we had 15 at the end of the second quarter, which I put down here and add it together to 23. That score should match what is on the scoreboard. Okay, and the same thing, third quarter, we had 8 points added that quarter, making 31. And this quarter, we had 14, which make it the final score of 45, which matches up. Now, the very last step is adding these across. So the 6, the 8, the 3, and the 3 is 20. The 2, the 5, and 5 are 12. The 2 and 1 are 3, and the 10 are 10. So your math should always add up across or down. I do that myself just kind of as a way of checking accuracy. So, yep, so that's that.
So on your score sheet, my total points would have been 55. Of course, this would have all been filled in like Kathy's is. And I put my team score first, which is 55. Whoops. And yours was 45. So the final score is 55 to 45. On Kathy's sheet, she puts 45 to 55 because her team got 55.
45.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
45. And then I fill in that the winning team was the Global Grannies.
Yeah, that's right.
And yeah, it's really good to have conversation
Right.
back and forth with the two of us, anyone who might be a watcher that's behind us, or our person who's running the clock.
Right.
That we're all a very close team with the referees.
And we're helping each other, making sure we have the correct score on the scoreboard as well as our score sheets. We want everything to match.
Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure that we make note of anything that happened during the game. So, for instance, the granny down, or if there's a case where there is an injury, I think I had that on one of yours. If you have an injury, then I'm just pretend that this person got injured here. So I'm going to add an I, and then I'll put a note on it that that person might have been taken, like checked out by EMTs or kind of medical personnel. And let's just say that, they decided that she's probably got an ankle sprain, and so she's not going to be back in. Well, we want to put that on our sheet, and it doesn't matter where you put it. You can write notes here. You can write notes here. You can flip it over on the back and write notes on the back. The important thing is that the information is on this sheet so it can be captured for the post-game report.
And
Another
you
couple.
have some examples here.
Yeah, I granny shots, so it's always kind of fun to keep track of those. So Topeka Tilly had 1 for 3 points, and Casey Kate had 1 for 3 points. And Granny Down, Wichita Wendy had one Granny Down in fourth quarter, so we kind of know that where. And if we imagine the injury, then we can add the injury on there and checked out by EMTs.
And if Wendy wasn't injured, should you indicate that?
I just put it as a granny down
Okay.
because I guess the default assumption would be that they go out for a play and then they're back in.
Okay.
But, a lot of times I've been at tournaments where we've had people injured and it wasn't noted on the score sheet and it was a serious injury.
Right.
So, but those are all things that's important for us to be able to document.
Right. You might need that information later. A couple more things on your score sheet is up here, the captain's signature. I need to get the captain's signature for this team.
Yep.
She's ensuring that the scoring and the fouls and all that are correct on my sheet. And then also in the right bottom corner, one of the referees needs to initial that.
A question from the crowd. So if someone fouled out, I know we didn't fill out these sheets with a lot of fouls, but if someone fouled out or had a technical, how would that be marked?
I would, okay, well, let's just imagine here that Selena Sue had 3 fouls. So that is kind of all I need to know. Unless you can put like it down on the bottom, like number 32, Selena Sue fouled out. And that would be something that would be noted on the post-game report as well.
And then a technical, you would need to mark on the bottom also, or you might even like put a T in your box where she got it. I put it next to Nana No. And down at the bottom, put a technical and what she got it for, like questioning the referee. And maybe she does it repeatedly or something. So the referee felt like she needed a technical for that.
And then there's the technicals that are kind of considered team fouls. So, for instance, your coach is a little too exuberant with the referees, so they might first get a warning. And then persists, and again, so then that might be a technical. So, probably unsportsmanlike. Conduct, or questioning the ref. Any kind of that's a little question mark. So anything to notate that happened.